Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Grille, the Tier 5 German SPG. This one's located on the northeastbourne of Karelia, and it's under the command of Major Nuisance. Well, I know a bit about Major Nuisance because, well, he happens to be me. Yes, it's one of my replays, but yeah, I've got 5 alter egos and I use them occasionally, and during the Christmas ops I've actually chosen to play a bit, and I'm having a bit of fun. I've picked a rather unusual position, you might say, because I'm well away from the cap area, but I've got a 15cm howitzer to play with, and I'm aiming towards the top of the horseshoe. The 15cm will do 480 alpha, penetrating 38mm of armour, and it's got a 7m burst radius, or 6.7. First target's a Super Hellcat, rounds out. Well, he got the message. You are being watched, and I am aiming at you. I only got 51 hit points on that, but it did give the Super Hellcat something to think about, and I've also got him lined up for another shot. Almost ready to shoot. He does a quick jig, moves back, and takes a bigger hit, this time for 161 and 2 critical hits. And the kill shot comes in from my teammate in an M41 HMC. So I know that my teammate is following my cues and he knows what I'm aiming at, because I'm signalling to my teammates when I'm ready to shoot and what I'm aiming at. Rounds out in the Panzer. Direct hit, 221. Hear the Arty round from the M41 come in just a second or so ago. I think that was the M41 actually. Okay, so we've got the rear of the Panzer, and it lands nearby, but only 2 hit points this time with a stun. Okay, we've got a Churchill and we've got the Panzer. The Panzer just killed our T-3485. But I'm still thinking about getting a shot on this guy. Rounds out, long flight time, and it's a kill shot. Yep, I got him. Blind kill. I knew where he was, because obviously the last time I saw him, but he didn't move at all. And as a consequence, he took the shells straight on the top of his turret and wiped him out. My next target is an SMV CC56. I've landed in a tier 7 game, tier 5 Arty, which means I'm bottom tier, and I'm up against some top tier tanks which are fairly strong. Okay, rounds out, right on target, and it's a direct hit. But unfortunately the target's unspotted, which means now I can't shoot at him. Or at least not for the moment. I'm reloading. Standard reload, 22.53 seconds. I'm not showing the exact reload time here because I think this is a Virgin client. Rounds out in the Churchill 1. Lands in front of him for 122 and tracks him. Okay, marked him as target, but the SMV suddenly comes into sight. And unfortunately I've got a red line, which means something's obstructing field of fire. So I'm going back to the Churchill. Rounds out in the same spot that I fired at before. And didn't get anything off that, but the enemy just lost their SMV CC56. I've got no shot on that Porlac tank, but we're way up on the enemy. We've only got 4 tanks up on the enemy. I turned to the north because there is a couple of tanks, T-3485Ms, and they're coming in from the north, and they are happening to be a platoon. I noticed this SU-152, and I managed to stun him with that last shot, but I didn't get any actual damage off him. Rounds out. Let's see if I can get some this time. Yes! 198 off that. He backs away and he's stunned, but he doesn't move away altogether. He goes back to his firing position. Okay, that was my teammate in the M41. He's following my cues again. Rounds out. And that's a direct hit on the SU. So he did take that one. We're doing, still doing well. We're still 4 tanks up on the enemy. I only had the one kill so far. That Panzer IV rounds out the same spot again, just in case he didn't move, but no sign of him. Okay, on the south route, we've got a Nashorn here, and I've got a perfect shot which would actually go straight down on top of him from above, but unfortunately my teammates spooked him and he actually goes into cover. So I've got really no shot, but I'm going to fire around him all the same, see if I can get something out of it. And he goes down immediately after that. So I haven't moved all game, but that's because I chose a very unusual position to fire from, and that has had an effect upon the battle. Okay, SU-152, and I'm almost fully dialed in. Let it settle before I shoot. Rounds out. Kill shot. Right between the rocks, took him out. Right on the front of his vehicle as well. He probably didn't expect that. But anyway, off we go. There's only one enemy left. It's the enemy Arty. The 105 FH-18B2, the Fifi La Pew Pew, and I'm off for the races. See if I can get there in time to get a shot on him. Yes, that was a bit careless, but unfortunately, he's already dead. And that's the end of the game. Well, there wasn't a whole lot of damage in that game, but it was an ace tanker in the Grille. I also managed to get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that one. I managed to get 9. My win rate in the game was 3,548, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team score and see where I was. Well, I wasn't the highest damage in the game. That went to the Oni. He picked up a high caliber and a steel wall for 2,396 hit points. The second highest damage was an E25 who got a Confederate for 1,925. And the third highest damage was the SU-152 that I killed. He did 1,653 hit points, but he did have a, well, fairly big gun to do it with. And I actually got the 4th damage on my team, but actually it was the 5th damage overall, because of course the SU-152 was ahead of me. So 1,302, not bad, just pipped by the T25-2 in the game. When it came to kills, though, it was the T25-2 did the best. He got 5 kills in that one. The Oni got 3. I got 2 kills along with the SMV-CC56 on my own team. And the only player on the enemy team to get more than 1 kill was one of their T3485Ms, and he got 2. When it came to base XP, I was actually in 3rd place because the Oni managed 970 by virtue of the fact that he had the high caliber. 901 went to the T25-2, got the most kills, and 802 went to myself, well, for virtue of the fact that I was tier 5 and I was hitting higher tier opponents. I was hitting tier 7s and tier 6s and getting extra XP, or extra 10% XP on each of those. So let's have a look at detail. I fired 13 shots in that game, got 6 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetration on them as well. I wonder which one I actually penetrated. I think I can have a guess though. It might have actually been the SU-152. Let's have a quick look. No, it's not. Surprisingly, the penetration was actually on the roof of the Panzer IV Aslains H. Yeah, right through the top of his roof and took him out the game just like that. Let's go back to the details. I also got 9 splashes in the game, 1,302 hit points of damage, all of it done at more than 300 meters. Damaged 5 the enemy, killed 2, and did 673 hit points of stun assist off 8 stuns. I earned 33,782 credits from the battle, 12,162 from Holy Ops, 45,944 credits altogether, and after ammunition resupply took away 39,379 credits profit. 1,203 XP, 7,651 from Holy Ops, and 8,854 experience points altogether. So yes, a nice little game in the Grille played this evening, or actually early morning, I think it was. No, was it? Yes, it was yesterday evening actually. Sorry. So yes, a nice little game just for a little bit of fun, and I thought I'd show you that I still go to the lower tier Arty every now and then just to practice, because you'd be surprised the amount of patience that you learn by having an Arty which actually has a very long dial-in time on the target, but it does make you think and concentrate on getting a good aim and making good use of your shells. I hope you enjoyed the replay. If you did, please give it a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.